We're going to be taking a look at the ANDELI 250 amp MIG welder, as well as the lighted welding hood that they have sent me, and they did send these to me at no charge to do some videos and reviews with. Just want to be transparent there. This is a 250 amp 5-in-1 machine, so you've got your traditional MIG welding, you've got your flux core welding, stick welding, it'll do some TIG welding also, and then the fifth one is going to be your aluminum welding. So this is spool gun compatible. It does not come with it, but you do get a liner to allow you to use a spool of aluminum through the MIG lead. So you can weld aluminum with this provided you have the correct gas. And then this will also do CO2 or your mixed gases, as well as argon for TIG or aluminum welding. The TIG leads do not come with this machine. That's pretty typical for these multi-process machines, but they are available if you do want to go that route. So 250 amp welder, 110, 220, auto selecting, so it comes with the adapter for that. We'll be running it on 220 in this video, and I will be running straight CO2 just because that's what I use in the shop here. And you also are going to get, as I said, your liner for aluminum wire. You get a couple rollers, and then you're going to get a couple connectors, extra contact tips, and some extra electrical connectors and adapters in case you need those. You're also going to get a larger package of contact tips, and then it does come with an electrode holder for stick welding. I just don't have that up here because I'm a little stretched for space here on the table, but it does come with that, and it is pretty standard for these machines. It's going to do the job just fine. Everything that comes with this machine has been pretty decent quality. I would say I don't have any issues with any of the accessories that are included with this. Now the welding hood is kind of interesting. It is a panoramic view style hood with the side windows. It is auto darkening in the center, nice large viewing area, but it does have some lights built in, which is pretty cool. You got a couple brightness settings, and then you've got a motion activated switch over here as well. So if you got gloves on, that makes it a little bit easier to turn on and off. On the left side, you've got your settings and knobs. So you've got your delay, your sensitivity, you've got a grind, weld, and cut switch, and then you've got your darkness setting there. The lights that are built in here have their own battery over in this little box on the side, so that is charged separately via USB-C. And then your lens is solar powered with the coin cell, just like your typical auto darkening lens. The headgear on this hood is very, very nice, super adjustable, very comfortable, and everything inside, even though it's got the lights with some extra wires, is routed very nicely and held in place with Velcro so that it's up out of the way, and then there's no issues with that falling into your view at all. The lights do help, and then this also does come with an extra outer lens that is all wrapped up, so it is protected during transit. So let's talk about the welder a little bit, and it probably has the nicest display on any welder I have used to date. It's a full color LCD screen. I mean, it's bright, crisp, you can read everything fine. It's big enough where you can see everything without being too big. There's only two knobs that are also buttons, plus an additional preferences button here in the middle. And it's just very easy and intuitive to use. And it's just a really, really nice display for a welder. Now that doesn't make the machine weld better, but it can really add to the overall just ease of use and finding what you're looking for in the settings. Everything is laid out very nicely. This is a synergic machine, so that's what I'm going to be using for the test we're going to do here in a minute, just because that's what I typically use here in the garage. It's just the easiest and quickest way to get something done. But of course, you do have full manual options as well if you wanted to go that route. Inside of here, you can put a 2-pound or 10-pound spool. I have a 10-pound spool loaded in right now. And then the drive rollers and everything are good quality in a metal housing, no issues. Everything's nice, tight, sturdy. It does have a cover up here that will flip up and down, just to protect that LCD, and it is big, so I would definitely make sure you have this closed while you're using this machine just to protect it. Back of the machine's got nothing on it except for your gas port, which is a hose barb style fitting that you will need a barb for your regulator as well, and then the power switch. One thing you will notice about this machine that I happen to like very much is that the fan is not on unless you're actually using the machine, or for a little bit after you're done using it to cool everything off. Just makes things a lot nicer to work on when you're not listening to that fan constantly. MIG lead itself is very nice, very heavy duty, no issues there. In fact, this may be one of the nicer MIG torches that I've had on a machine. It's all brass up here, nice heavy duty plastic grip and switch. And I just kick the fan on, of course, but these do use metric contact tips, which isn't a big deal. Just know that you may not be able to interchange them with ones you already have. You will have to have those tips that you would need to get separately. Most good welding stores should have them, or Amazon's full of them, and you do get plenty with it. Now, the only odd thing with this machine to me is that you come set up to do a few different wire sizes with the rollers that are included. I only got 1mm tips and then 1.2mm tips. So I have 0.035 wire in here, which would be like 0.09 millimeters, or I'm sorry, 0.9 millimeters in metric units. So hopefully this works out okay as far as the tips being 1mm. We're going to try it and see what happens. But I only have 0.035 and 0.030 wire. I did not get any 0.8mm tips with this machine in the box. So I don't have any tips that will fit this to use 0.8mm or 0.030 wire. That was the one thing that kind of threw me off about this, is it comes with all this stuff, and they give you a whole bag of the 1mm tips. They give you a couple extra 1.2mm tips, which are for your aluminum wire because it's a bit bigger. And they didn't include anything for 0.030 wire. So again, hopefully this all works out fine. I think it will, because it's not that oversized. That comes out to like 0.039, I think, is what 1mm is, 0.039, and it keeps going for a little bit. But we're going to try it, see what happens, and go from there. So, oh, I'm sorry, you do get a spool of flux core wire as well. And this is 1mm wire. So the tips that are included with the machine will work for the flux core that is included as well. Alright, so this thing welds pretty well. This is an old screwdriver blade and a piece of rebar that was a little bit rusty, to be honest. And it did that just fine, if not a little too hot on my end there. And then this piece is the one that was pre-welded, and then I ended up welding together a little bit here. And it did that just fine. That's this here and this here. And I believe also this side here where I cleaned off. But yeah, overall, this machine welds fine. It welds great. Very easy to set up and get kind of dialed in. So I had to use 1mm contact tips with it, and then I was using the 0.8mm groove on the roller for my 0.9 or 0.035 wire. It worked fine. It's just, instead of including a big bag of 1mm tips, it'd be great if they included a better assortment. That's what I'm kind of getting at. There's really not anything else to bring up that would be a negative in any way. The welding hood itself, fantastic. This is the first time I've used a hood that has these side lenses or side windows, and it actually really does make quite a difference as far as just being able to see what's going on around you. Like here in the garage, sometimes I got, you know, dogs outside or kids, or wife comes out and needs something. I can see better and know that they're there, and not to weld while they're there without a hood on, although they do know better at this point. But so super impressed with the hood. The lights, I mean, in here with the camera lights and stuff on, it's not a huge difference. Everything is pretty well lit and bright in here. I could definitely see where if you were like under a vehicle or you know, in a dark corner somewhere trying to weld something, they'd be fantastic. You'd get that extra light just where you need it. You wouldn't have to tie up your hands or set up like spotlights or floodlights or anything like that. You would have that all built into the hood here, and it works very well. They are decently bright without being blinding. And of course, once the lens goes dark, you can't really necessarily see them, but it does help you figure out where you're at. So overall, welding hood, if you're interested, there will be a link for that. The welder, there will be a link also. And once again, I don't want this to sound like I'm bashing the machine. I just want to be honest with my thoughts on these machines, even though they're sent to me at no charge. So I do think that it welds great and is a good welder. Like I said, I just wish it came with a better assortment of accessories so you're just ready to go out of the box with whatever you may want to use when it comes to standard flux core or MIG welding. The aluminum and TIG welding is a separate thing that most people know going in. You're going to have to buy more things for. But this machine came with the tips and accessories to do the aluminum welding out of the box without having everything needed to do your standard MIG welding sizes. So I wish that was switched. I'd much rather buy those aluminum accessories if I needed them versus having to buy the correct things for solid or flux core wire.